Atlanta Bird Gang, what's happening? It's your dog, Toddy, checking in with a video with you, man. What's going on? Hey, man, let's get straight to the business. Um, Buffalo Bills player, as we all know, had a very unfortunate situation that happened during the game. Damar Hamlin, um, and my prayers goes out to him. From the last update that I received, or I shouldn't say that I received, makes it sound like I'm connected to the situation, which I'm not. The last update that I read, he is doing considerably better. So let's just continue to keep good vibes and prayers that he makes a full recovery from what happened to him during that game. And with that said, I really want to touch now on the Skip Bayless tweet fallout that has since transpired because of the incident. I want to start off and say I think a lot of the blowback, the majority of the blowback, I'm not saying all the blowback, but I think the majority of the blowback that Skip Bayless is receiving, I'm just gonna be honest, I think it's fake outrage. Just gonna be honest, ain't gonna pull no punches. I think it's fake outrage. I think it's a lot of the follow the leader syndrome. Um, I think some of it is people did not fully comprehend what they read, and also did not take enough time to actually do a little more research on what was put in front of them as far as Skip Bayless tweets goes. Now, me personally, I said this on my Facebook page, and that was that was a lot of how can I say this? It was a lot of debate on my Facebook page when I talked about it. It really was a 50-50 split on from the people who corresponded on what I said about it on Facebook. But as I said on my Facebook, I think yesterday, I fully understood what Skip Bayless was saying. I understood it fully. I feel like he was in character somewhat when he said it, when he tweeted it, and he didn't really need to be in character. But I don't think there was any kind of malice at all in his tweets. I fully understood everything he was saying in its proper context. And and I had people on my Facebook page when I said that some people fully agree with me, some people did not agree with me. And I'm gonna say this also. If you don't agree with what I'm saying here, don't feel like you can't tell me you don't agree. That's one of the great things about being an individual. We're not always supposed to agree on everything. We're not supposed to interpret everything the same way. If we did, that would make this world so boring. If that was the case, we'd really be a world full of robots. And we don't want that. We've seen movies about that, but we don't want that. But I fully understood what Skip was saying, man. I don't think there was no malice in what he was saying. Skip was pretty much just being Skip. So also, a lot of people really only saw the tweet that went viral. And I also said this as well. I think where Skip, I don't even want to say a mistake, but I think if he would have structured that tweet better, he doesn't receive the criticism that he got. When I say structured the tweet better, because he made 3 consecutive tweets about the situation. So obviously he had some things he wanted to say about it. Normally, when people do that, they'll make one main tweet and they'll start commenting underneath their main tweet with the rest of the things that they wanted to say. And I think if Skip Bayless would have did that, then I'm not making this video. He don't have all the blowback. But instead, he made just 3 consecutive tweets instead of continuing to talk under his main tweet. And I think if he would have did that, then a lot of, again, the blowback that he's receiving and the criticism, I don't think it would have been there. But that's not what transpired. So let's take an opportunity to actually look at Skip Bayless's tweet here. You know, and this is what a lot of people never saw. The first tweet. A lot of people never ever saw the first tweet. They just saw the tweet that went viral. So let's read the first tweet together. It says, "Not exactly sure what happened to DeMar Hamlin. Players on both teams were shaken. Ambulance out on the field, CPR administered. Can't remember play being stopped for this length of time. Just said a prayer for him and his family." That's the main tweet that he started with. And this is the tweet that a lot of people that are criticizing Skip never, ever, ever, ever saw. And I'm going to tell you how and why I say that. This tweet, as you see here, I just highlighted it. This tweet got 8.7 million views. So 8.7 million people, including me, and now you, saw this tweet. 8.7 million views. This is the main tweet, and this is the tweet that I said Skip should have just continued commenting under. So now I'm going to take that down. Let me actually pull up the tweet that followed that. Give me just a moment. And there was a tweet there was a tweet right after that. I'm just pulling that up right here. Give me just a second. So this is going to be his second tweet that he tweeted about it. I'm going to bring this up on the screen also right here. This is the second tweet. And he's still talking about the situation. He says, "I've seen so many horrific injuries suffered on football fields, yet never have I seen a reaction like this. In every other situation I witnessed or covered, the game always went on fairly quickly. The attitude was, hey, that's football. For these players, this was different." So he's pretty much saying, like, hey, something is terribly wrong. Normally, when somebody goes down, you know, the players just have a different demeanor, they have a different attitude, but something is terribly, terribly wrong here. And as we see, 10.7 million people saw this tweet. So this is the first two tweets about the situation. 8.7 people saw the first one, 10.7 people saw the second, the tweet that they made. So of course, these two are not the tweets that got him in hot water with a lot of people. And this is why I said he should have just kept commenting under the main tweet. Now, the tweet that people really got upset with him about is the tweet that went viral. And this is the tweet that most people who were upset at him about, blame him for being insensitive or not caring about the kids' health. When in reality, I don't think that was the case. I think a good bit of it, like I said, was fake outrage, and to be quite frank, I don't think a lot of people fully comprehended what they were reading or what his intentions were on this tweet. Now, this is a tweet that got him in hot water. It says, "No doubt, the NFL is considering postponing the rest of the game, but how? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which subtly seems irrelevant." He's pretty much saying that he knows how important this game is, but it's essentially irrelevant because of what is going on with this kid. That's being helped by paramedics and ambulances. The last part of this tweet, I don't think people put in proper context, which subtly seems irrelevant. In my opinion, Skip Bayless is pretty much saying, "Hey, I know the NFL, they're a money league, just like any of these professional sports are. This is a late game season excuse me, this is a game late in the season that has a lot of impact on playoff and things of that nature, but it's all irrelevant because of what has transpired on the field." And that's what I took from it. I didn't take it as him putting the playoffs and this game above this kid's health. No. Right here he says which suddenly seems irrelevant. He's saying all this stuff, playoffs, throwing football, Josh Allen, all of this is totally, totally, totally irrelevant because we have something else much, much bigger right here. And now look how many people viewed this tweet. 163.7 million. You know, this is the tweet that went viral. They didn't see the first two tweets. So people are not understanding that all three tweets were consecutive and they were in sequence. And he was continuing to talk. Most people that are upset and just hopped on the fake outrage bandwagon, they're upset about this one tweet. They're thinking this is the only thing that he tweeted about the situation. They missed the first tweet when Skip said, "I'm praying for him and his family." Because a lot of things I'm saying, people are like, "Well, you should just say you're going to pray for the family." Well, he said that in the first tweet. "I'm praying for him and his family." He said that. You shouldn't say anything, yeah. 164 million people saw this tweet. Only 8.7 million people saw the first tweet when Skip mentioned that he's praying for the family. So that's how the internet works now, man. That's excuse me. That's how the internet works. The internet is a fake outrage place. You know how people are on the internet now. Every 36 hours, they gotta find something to be outraged about, and throwing tomatoes and throwing bricks. Oh, how dare this? How dare you? How dare this? You know that's what the internet has turned into now, and I think this is one of those situations where people have hopped on the fake outrage bandwagon, um, and maybe no fault of their own. Like I say, only only 8.7 million people saw the first tweet compared to 164 million people that saw the controversial or quote controversial tweet, which I think most people didn't fully comprehend. Uh, Most people already don't like Skip Bayless, so if they see somebody on their social media mad at Skip Bayless, oh, we're mad at Skip Bayless. Well, yeah, I'll be mad at him too, and it just goes on from there. But I fully understood what Skip was saying, and I'm not saying this as a Skip Bayless fan. Let me be clear. I don't give a shit about Skip Bayless. I don't watch Skip and Shannon. I don't watch that show. There are a lot of people I know. They get up every day and they watch Skip and Shannon. They post about it on their Facebooks and their social medias. I used to faithfully watch that show like the first few years that it came on once Shannon and Skip got together. But I stopped watching it. It just stopped becoming appealing to me. What made me, and I'm not saying it's a bad show, but it's not. It lost its it lost its appeal with me personally because it just turned into LeBron this, LeBron that, LeBron this, LeBron that. Dallas Cowboys this, Dallas Cowboys that, Tom Brady this, Tom Brady that, Tom Brady this, Tom Brady that. I just got tired of the same two or three topics every day, you know. And then you could always tell, like, they were playing this Skip and Shannon. They had this like good guy, I mean, good cop, bad cop act going on. I just started to see through a lot of it. A lot of their stuff were manufactured television, and I get it. It's television first of all, so I understand that part, but it just really lost its appeal to me. So Anytime I watch that show now, it's generally gonna be a 5 to 10 minute clip on YouTube on some type of hot topic. Like the last hot topic that went viral with Skip and Shannon was them getting into it when Skip said something about Shannon, Tom Brady being better than Shannon was as a player, and I was on Shannon's side on that. You know, I talked about that on my Facebook. I'm like, hey man, Skip, you wrong, bro. So I'm not coming off like this because I'm some Skip Bayless fan. Again, I don't give a shit about Skip Bayless. I don't watch their show. Not saying it's a bad show, but it just lost its appeal with me. Same thing with First Take. Just a bunch of hot takes and Stephen A. Smith being animated, and then they'll bring in 2 or 3 people to debate Stephen A. Smith, and Stephen A. Smith ultimately is gonna overtalk everybody and have the mic the longest because it's his show. I don't know. I just a lot of those sports shows like that, they just lost their entertainment value with me. The only one that I actually watch consistently, I'm talking 3 to 5 days per week, and it's no longer the same show anymore, will Speak for Yourself with Marcellus Wiley and Acho. To me, that was by far the best sports debate show on TV. And I was so disappointed when I found out Wiley left. That show was nothing like the rest of the stuff that's out there. It was nothing like Undisputed, nothing like First Take with all the Hollywood antics going on. That's why I love Speak for Yourself now. That was my show. That was my show, and I hated to see Wiley leave. You just had 2 super intelligent brothers just sitting there talking sports, talking life, and they didn't have that Hollywood stuff on it, man. They didn't have that Hollywood sauce. 2 guys that played the sport and could debate intelligently. You know, they didn't have to go to Skip and Shannon route and Stephen A. and Max route. They didn't have to do that. They're just like, hey man, we're gonna sit here and we're gonna talk sports and we're gonna do it intelligently. You make your points, I make mine. But anyway, I'm getting off track. But I'm not saying this as no Skip Bayless fan. I just feel like this whole situation is a lot of fake outrage. A lot of people didn't see the first 2 tweets. And people that saw the 3rd tweet didn't really fully understood or really did not fully comprehend what he tweeted. So that's my spill on it. You know, hey, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoy the content that we provide on this channel, make sure to give us make sure to subscribe to the channel, please. We are on a 1,000 subscriber grind. We just recently passed over 400 subscribers. So shout out to everybody for all y'all support. You know, definitely appreciate y'all. So like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also please, y'all. I know this is now a controversial topic. It's not Falcons related really at all. And from time to time, we'll touch on things on this channel that are not Falcons related, you know, and this is going to be one of the things. And so do not feel like if you disagree with my view on this video, please don't feel like you have to agree with what I'm saying. Don't be shy. If you disagree and you want to tell me why you disagree, if you think Skip was wrong and you think my viewpoint is wrong, please tell me. Please tell me that, like I said before, that's one of the great things about individuals. We don't always have to think alike. We always don't have to share the same opinion or any of that. I would love to hear your viewpoint, your perspective, your opinion, whether you agree with me or not. So don't be shy to disagree. Please don't. Y'all know how we do. I'm sorry for being long-winded. I do apologize. This video is almost 20 minutes long, and I thought I could do it in about 8 minutes. But y'all know me. I get on this microphone, turn this camera on, and I just start rambling my mouth off. I gotta figure out how to get these things shorter, because I know internet people don't want to sit here and watch me for 20 minutes. I get that about YouTube, and here I am still rambling, won't shut up. But let me do what I should have did about 8 to 10 minutes ago. I'll see y'all the next time I see y'all. Peace.